Let's get to our next game there. We have 3-6 matchup, Baylor and Creighton. The Jays are pretty popular to get to the Sweet 16 in some brackets here. It's essentially a pick 'em. Baylor's laying the point with that total in the mid-140s. Chip, you have chosen a side. You're going to go with Creighton here. Why?
On the defensive side, I really liked the game plan that they put in place against NC State, and I think it actually is going to map very well to the matchup against Baylor, and here's what I mean. We know that Terquavion Smith and Jarkel Joyner, the two guards for NC State, were one of the best 1-2 backcourt tandems in the ACC, and Terquavion had a huge game, but what happened? NC State lost because what Creighton did is they said, you know what? That's fine. You go get your shots. And Terquavion took 27 shots. And Jarkel Joyner took 18 shots. And they just made sure that nobody else was going to beat them. And I think that when you go up against that backcourt that Baylor has with LJ Cryer and Adam Flagler, even Keontae George in there, they are going to take a similar approach where it's like, look, we are just not going to let you dribble past us. We're not going to let you set up the rest of your teammates. We are going to sit back and we are going to welcome you to take as many long shots as you want. Ryan Kalkbrenner, the versatile 7'1" big man, he holds it down in the middle. I think Trey Alexander is a very underrated defender because of how good he is offensively. And then on the flip side, while Baylor's defense was able to come up with a great response in the second half against UC Santa Barbara. Remember, a Baylor defense that ranked outside of the top 100 on Selection Sunday. Being able to slow down UC Santa Barbara is very different than being able to slow down the likes of Trey Alexander, Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Baylor Shireman. So I think that Creighton, because of what it did against NC State in that win, it already has a good scouting report and a good game plan it can put in place to get past Baylor.
We're seeing some under money here, 144.5. It's dropped the full point this morning. Kenny, you still liking the under here? I know you wanted to play at 145.5.
Yeah, no, I still like it under. My model has it 140, but you're right. There has been money in the market to the under, and there should be. Whenever you get a game that's this good, this tight of teams that are so equal, these are really good basketball teams. I have a ticket on both teams to win the national championship, so I'm going to lose one of my future bets here today. I'm hoping it's Creighton. I'm with Chip. I hope Creighton moves on. I think they're the better overall team right now, and the numbers say they are the far better defensive team. Scott Drew, you know, we've seen that defense out of Baylor, though, and that's why I like this game under. He knows that defense wins championships, and Scott Drew's defense will be ready today. Neither one of these two teams really pushed the pace. Creighton maybe a little bit more than Baylor, but both these coaches are great at transition defense. I think possessions are really at a premium in this basketball game, and the market says so as well, from 146.5 last night down to 144 today. Again, I made it 140.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.